Hello! Today I've got another review video for you about a face mask with chocolate, which I think is absolutely perfect for winter because, well, personally I love chocolate all the year round, but, you know, in winter it's just extra cozy, the scent of chocolate, I don't know, I just love it in winter. It's the Freeman Feeling Beautiful, Feeling Beautiful Chocolate and Strawberry Clay Mask, which contains chocolate and strawberry, obviously. It's meant for normal to combination skin. Personally I have oily skin, which is also why I absolutely love clay masks usually, because they just pull out the oil of my skin and make it less oily and shiny and greasy and yuck. Well, I mean, I usually have clear skin, but you know, oiliness and makeup is just not a good combination, so yeah. Anyway, this one is supposed to soften and tone the skin. And yeah, also it doesn't contain any parabens. It says so in the back. Yeah, so basically I tried it as usual, like people who watch my reviews more often probably know this already, but I've tried it for like 2.5 weeks, twice per week on my face, obviously, where else. Yeah, just to really try it out and make sure that I really know how it reacts to my skin, or how my skin reacts to the product, more likely. And I've also filmed it once, but I'll insert the footage of me applying the mask and using it, whatever, in the next part of the video, and I'll just talk a bit about the packaging and just a little bit more about the product details in this part of the video. So yeah, I don't know how much it costs in other countries, but here in the Netherlands it costs €3.99 when it's on sale, and when it's not on sale is €8.99, so €9, which is still I think a fair price for 175 milliliters of products. So yeah, it's a huge bottle basically, which is nice. So yeah, personally I always buy that Kruidvat, which is my favorite drugstore in the Netherlands, and I've never bought it for more than €4, any of the bottles so far that I have. By the way, in case anyone's wondering, I'm not being sponsored by Freeman or anything to do these reviews. I just really like their masks, and I don't know, at first when I first bought the first two of them, I think, I thought there were only two versions. Then I saw another one in a different store and I was like, hey, there's 3 versions. By now I know that there's like 8 or 10 versions. I didn't actually count them, but I don't know, I don't have them all yet. So I'm just going to try to collect them all, and yeah, this is one of my newest additions. Because basically I saw chocolate and strawberry and I was like, hey, I need to have that. So yeah, what Freeman says about the mask is, this indulgent mask does more than tantalize your taste buds, although I wouldn't recommend trying to eat it. It helps tone skin and diminish the appearance of large pores with oil absorbing clays, which is why I love clay masks. Delight in delectable chocolates, I don't know what delectable means actually, and strawberry, while shea and cocoa butter moisturize for smoother, softer skin, perfect for normal to combination skin. And to use, just apply the mask to your face, wait for it to dry, then rinse it off. Yeah, as usual. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about the whole packaging thing. This one doesn't actually say how long you're supposed to leave it on, which I think is nice, because usually the whole point of a clay mask is to just let it dry. And I don't know, this really depends on how thick of a layer you put on, how much moisture is in the air, things like that. So I think it's really difficult to sort of put a number on how long it should be left on the face. Oh, by the way, as usual with the ingredients, I'm not going to try to film them because it never works. But if you want to know if a certain ingredient is in there and you don't feel like looking it up, just ask and I'll look it up for you, because I can just read it from the bottle, obviously. So yeah, let's move on to the actual testing part. So, as usual, I have my little list here. Yeah, the first thing I noticed about it is that it's a pale brown color. Actually, like, I don't know, with chocolate I always expect it to be dark brown, but this is more of a diarrhea color. Honestly, that was the first thing I thought of when I saw the color. I mean, it smells delicious, so it's not a bad thing. It smells delicious, but the color is sort of weird. When I've baked tanned, it's basically the same color as my skin, almost, sort of. It's a sort of cooler color than my skin, but yeah. Point is, it's a pale brown color. Doesn't really change anything about the effectiveness of the product, but this is the first thing I noticed. It smells like chocolate mousse, which is a very good thing, I think, because I love chocolate mousse, like the chocolate mousse dessert things. I love those, and it smells exactly like that, so yeah, I really had to force myself not to try and taste it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be tasted, there's a lot of stuff in it That's probably very not healthy to eat, so don't do that. But it smells delicious, so that's always a plus. It's easy to apply, which I also very much like. This is really a mask you could just, use when you're sort of, not completely in a hurry, but sort of in a hurry, I guess. Because overall it's just really easy to apply. It's really smooth. It doesn't have any like hard bits in it. It's really easy to apply. I said it about 3 times by now, I think, so I guess I made the point clear. It dries in about 15 to 20 minutes, so I think all in all, with like applying it, letting it dry and rinsing it off, it's like a little over half an hour of time. So yeah, this is a sort of mask that I'll definitely use when I'm in a hurry, because it's just quick enough to use. When it's dry, it just looks dry, basically. Yeah, just, the average clay mask feeling. It feels really tight, and when you look in the mirror, it's hilarious, basically. Yeah, once I rinse it off, like for the camera, I always just bring a washing cloth upstairs, a wet washing cloth of course, and just try to rinse it off a little bit, just to show that I'm rinsing it off. In reality, I actually go downstairs, like I switch off the camera, and when I'm not filming it, obviously I immediately go downstairs and just use a lot of water, because if you use a washing cloth with only a little bit of water on it, like only slightly damp one, you do feel the mask, like the pieces of mask, sort of clinging to the skin, which can be a little bit painful. But if you use enough water, it just slides off the face easily. So yeah, I do recommend using enough water. And once it's off my skin feels very, very smooth. And it looks very smooth and clean. And yeah, I just really like the feeling of it. What I do notice is that my skin feels a little bit dry right after using it. So I do prefer to use a moisturizer. What I personally always prefer to do after rinsing off a face mask is to just cleanse my skin with just a cleanser, like, like one that doesn't require water, basically. Right now I'm using micellar water, I don't know what it's called in English, by Yves Rocher. So yeah, just use that to make sure that every single little bit of face mask is off my face, and then apply moisturizer. That is actually needed after this mask, because otherwise my skin just feels very dry. But yeah, other than that, it looks very, very, smooth, and yeah, I do think my pores look smaller. What I also notice, and what I really, really like, is that a few days after using this, like, not really like it only starts a few days after, but like, when I've used this, like the first day, a few days after using it, my skin just gets oily way less quickly. Which is very nice, because, my makeup lasts way longer without me having to put more powder on top of it. And yeah, this is really nice. So I do definitely feel it makes a difference. And yeah, that's basically my entire review of this product. The conclusion is basically, I really like this product. It's perfect for oily skin, because it makes your skin less oily. And yeah, I do recommend putting a moisturizer on your skin after using this mask, because, for obvious reasons, otherwise it can be a bit too drying. And that's something to keep in mind with oily skin. I used to make the mistake all the time. Do use a moisturizer, because if you don't use a moisturizer, your skin will produce more like oils to, like, balance it. And that will just make it more oily, basically. So yeah, that's one thing I really took a lot of time to learn, but now that I've actually realized that, I really do notice that also makes a difference. But yeah, about the mask, I really like it. I definitely recommend it for people with oily skin, and I guess normal skin would also be able to use it, because it's actually meant for that as well. I think for people with dry skin, the mask might be a little bit too much, but only way to know for sure is to try for yourself, basically. So yeah, that was my entire review of this product. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you have any other questions about the product, then you can just ask them, and I'll try to come up with a useful answer for you. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye! The first thing I noticed, although I noticed it too late, the first time I tried it, is that you don't actually need a lot of it. It's really thick, which, well, it might be just me, but I always feel like if a face